In the vast plains of the Maasai land, where cows are valued like gold, lived Imani, a young woman whose beauty was so captivating. It made men lose their footsteps, motorcycle riders crash into trees, and women stare at her with jealousy. Her flawless skin, sparkling eyes, and gracious figure made her the village princess. People joke that even God must have taken extra time crafting her. By age 16, admirers were scribbling her name on rocks. At 18, her presence could bring a cattle auction to a standstill. Suitors flocked to her father's homestead daily, offering everything from goats and beads to solar lights. Others sang love songs and wrote poems, but Imani rejected them all with a polite smile. "They are not my level," she would say confidently, flipping her braids. Her dream man was a tall, rich, God-fearing, six-packed man driving a car. Even the chief's son was dismissed for having a shiny bald head. Her confidence was unmatched, and villagers believed she was destined to marry a governor or a foreigner. But as years flew by, she turned 25, 28, 32, then 38. Imani remained unmarried. Though still beautiful, her beauty was fading in the eyes of her admirers. The younger university girls were now stealing the show. At the borehole, they wore louder lipsticks and grabbed more attention than Imani. Imani, refusing to show panic, still wore heels to the market and dressed like a celebrity for church choir practice. Determined to find love, she tried everything: singles retreat, prophetic conferences, online dating apps, and even TikTok. Her profile read, "Strong, beautiful African queen looking for her king, must love God, cows, and be committed." But the men she met only deepened her frustration. At one church conference, she met a man who prayed in tongues and quoted Bible verses every 5 minutes. "God told me you are my wife," he said. She almost believed him, until she found out that he has 2 wives already and was looking for a 3rd one. At a friend's house party, she met a tall, muscular guy who said he was a tech genius. "I build apps." He bragged like he was well off. When she visited his house, she discovered he still lived with his parents in their small family house. And it went on and on and on. Imani cried at night, wondering if she had become a prayer point. The final blow came when she stumbled on Facebook upon the wedding photo of Daniel, her childhood admirer whom she once rejected. Now, he was married to a beautiful lawyer living in Canada and expecting twins. She stared at the photo in disbelief, zooming in and out as if she was investigating a crime. The realization hit her hard, not because Daniel was gone, but because she once believed her beauty guaranteed her endless options. Now, even Facebook seems to mock her. Alone and stressed, Imani faced the painful truth. The world moves on, and beauty, no matter how dazzling, doesn't wait forever. After seeing the wedding photo of Daniel, now happily married to a beautiful pregnant lawyer, Imani sat in silence. She didn't cry. Her pride blocked her tears. Surrounded by symbols of beauty and class, makeup, romance novels, and designer shoes that she once wore, she felt a deep, silent loneliness. For the first time, she questioned if time has passed her by. Determined to find love, she launched a campaign which she called the Season of Purposeful Searching. She stopped waiting for men to pursue her. Instead, she actively began looking for them. She attended every event imaginable: single seminars, prayer retreats, leadership breakfast, and new churches every Sunday, telling herself her future husband could be anywhere. She just needs to be there at the right time. At a Christian corporate mixture, she met Kennedy, handsome, eloquent, and visionary. Their connections felt promising. For 3 weeks, they spoke regularly. Imani began to hope again. When Kennedy invited her to lunch in Nairobi, she dressed with anticipation, her heart quietly daring to believe. But when she arrived, she found him at a corner table holding another woman's hand and whispering romantically into her ears as she smiled. Their eyes met, and he looked guilty. She didn't wait for explanations. She just turned and walked away, her heels knocking on the tiles like a sad goodbye. That evening, she deleted his number and lay still for hours, emotionally drained from trying and hoping for too long. Despite everything, she refused to give up. I won't lower my standards, she would whisper, but I won't stay silent anymore. So she joined an online prayer group for mature singles and began waking up at 3 a.m. to pray. Her social media posts grew deeper and more authentic. She no longer chased attention, she now craved real connections. Just as she began finding peace in her new mindset, another knock came. Harriet, a woman from her past, posted engagement photos. Her fiancé was the same wealthy, quiet man Imani once rejected for being too old and too quiet. Now, he looked confident and contented beside his smiling bride-to-be. Imani stared at the post. She didn't feel jealousy, she felt punished. Was this a reminder of everything she once dismissed? Her mind flooded with memories of men she had rejected for not owning land or lacking flashy things. She had built walls so high that no one could reach her heart. That night, her phone buzzed with a voice message from her mother. Imani, my daughter, don't let pride become your prison. God can still do something, but you must open your heart fully this time. Imani didn't reply. She lay in the dark, eyes wide open, wondering if in her pursuit of the perfect man, she had become blind to the good ones all along. Weeks passed, and Imani withdrew from the vibrant social life she once embraced. Her wardrobe of bright dresses and heels remained untouched, and for the first time in years, she no longer desired to be seen. Instead, she turned inward, reading scriptures, journaling, and listening to worship songs that reminded her of the woman she was before pride and time dimmed her spirit. She stopped blaming others and began reflecting on her past memories. She remembered the days when she walked through the village like a queen, heads high, eyes fixed forward, turning away shooters with a raised brow and a carefree spoken no. She remembered Daniel's soft voice trembling as he asked if she could consider him and how she laughed. She remembered dismissing a kind teacher who once told her, I may not be rich now, but I have a future. She remembered saying, love alone cannot feed me. Now she wasn't sure if it was standards she held on to all those years of fear. One evening, she received a surprise call from Linda, an old friend now living abroad. After catching up, Linda brought up someone from their past, Benjamin, the soft-spoken youth choir singer who once admired Imani deeply. She dismissed him then, telling him she wanted a more established man. But now, Linda said that Benjamin had returned to town, working with an international NGO, and he recently lost his wife. She urged Imani to see him. Despite mixed emotions, Imani agreed. At the cafe, Benjamin appeared older and more assured, but still carried the same kind eyes. Their conversation was calm, sincere, and void of bitterness. He never mentioned the past, though it lingered silently between them. As they parted, Benjamin spoke a line that stayed in her heart. Life doesn't always go the way we expect, but sometimes pain has a way of shaping our perspective. Later that night, Imani received a message from him. You're still a wonderful woman, Imani, but I'm not in a place to start over. I've given my heart fully once, and now I must focus on raising my children. I wish you peace, Imani. She read the message again and again and again. Then she wept. Not because of the rejection, but because she finally recognized that she had once rejected someone who truly saw her. A painful realization settled in. She had spent most of her life expecting to be pursued, yet running from those who genuinely saw and valued her heart. The regret was heavy. She couldn't bear to face it. That night, she fell to her knees and prayed from the depth of her soul. God, I don't know if I've wasted all my chances. I don't even know if there's still someone out there for me. But if there is, help me not to miss him this time. Help me not to hide behind fear or pride. I just want someone real, even if it's simple. Just let it be real. The months that followed her heartbreak were quiet. She no longer chased after conferences, social events, or romantic pursuits. She let go of the need to prove her worth through appearances or approval. Instead, she focused on healing from within. She began volunteering at a children's home near Maasai land, where she taught young girls how to read, sing, and pray. The work gave her peace and reminded her that life still held purpose even without the admiration or the perfect love story she once longed for. One day, after leading a devotion, Imani was introduced to Mr. Kiprotich, a tall, calm man with gentle eyes and a few gray strands in his hair. He was a sponsor of one of the homes and came to speak with the old boys. Their first exchange was light, filled with mutual respect and admiration. As they continued to talk, they discovered common grounds in their shared experiences of loss, faith, and hope. Kiprotich lost his wife years ago and had 3 grown children. He wasn't actively seeking for love, but his heart remained open. Over the weeks, their connection deepened, not through grand gestures but through quiet companionship. They shared walks, prayers, and thoughtful conversations. After Sunday service, Imani approached this new bond with caution, but with Kiprotich, there was no pressure, just sincerity. One evening, Kiprotich spoke from his heart. "I've seen many seasons of life, Imani, but I've never met a woman who carries both beauty and depth the way you do. I know we're no longer young, but do you think it's too late to build something new?" Tears filled Imani's eyes as she replied softly, "No, it's not too late." They married in a simple ceremony under the acacia trees, surrounded by Kiprotich children, close friends, and the children from the home who affectionately called Imani auntie. Shortly after their marriage, Imani realized she had entered full menopause. Though she had long suspected it might come, the finality of it not bearing her own child pierced her heart like an arrow. But Kiprotich comforted her with words she would never forget. "A womb does not define a woman, but the love she gives and the lives she touches is where motherhood begins." With this support, Imani adopted a baby girl from the children's home, naming her Neema, meaning grace. Neema brought renewed joy into their home and a symbol of redemption and a second chance. As the years passed, Imani became a respected voice in her community, speaking at girls' schools, women's gatherings, and online platforms. Her messages were never about perfection, but about learning through mistakes, missed chances, and growth. She often said, "When you're young, many things will knock at your door. Not all of them will come in golden wrappings, but learn to see character before you chase charisma. Learn to ask yourself what truly matters. Don't confuse standards with selfishness. Some good men may not sparkle, but they will stay." She and Kiprotich grew older together, not in luxury, but in peace. Imani never forgot her journey, the missed chances, the heartbreaks, and the transformation. And though her story didn't go as she once planned, it still ended in love. Not the youthful kind that burns fast and fades, but the kind that arrives softly and stays.